Golly. I wasn't thinking it was gonna have to do all of that. You updating. Like right now? Like as I'm live, you gonna just like update in my face like that? It's nothing though. Up in here. Oh, let me go in here and talk to Rance real fast. Had a Rance conversation since we lit. He said perfect timing. I didn't even know I was gonna go live. I'm not gonna lie. I'm supposed to be laid out sleep. You feel me? But I said I'm gonna just stop in and pop in like I usually do. I'm gonna just go in and pop in and see what's going on with the fam. See what's going on with the fam since I'm up and I know I'm gonna be up for a minute. I'm like contemplating, we be contemplating them dives. I'm like going Sunday, yeah, I think I'm gonna dive in on Sunday. I know I'm gonna dive in on Sunday. I already like got it through my mind, but I'm like just going, golly, bro, everything just been so crazy, but it's been cool at the same time because through all the stuff, you just stay lit. You stay lit. I was like tripping off of I think I was watching the Joe Budden podcast and he was talking about Umar Johnson. Talking about Puffy. The Puffy thing is a distraction. I said, why do we be thinking that, bro? Every time something happen, you feel me, it can hit at the same time, be like, man, it's a distraction to get us from not to do this or pay attention to this. And it's like, man, we paying attention to all of it. We paying attention to the missiles. We paying attention to these crazy presidents. We paying attention to everything because it's there. It's there. It's happening. It's like whatever you decide to grasp at the time, bro, that shit is right there for you. Which is just the wildest thing, bro. I don't, it just got me laughing. I'm laughing 24/7 at everything. I said, dang, the world is a stage and everybody's standing on it. You feel me? It's like the people that's behind the curtain or that's standing on the stage of the show I'm watching probably ain't even on the stage that you watching. You probably watching a whole different stage go on. You probably watching the TikTok Spider-Man dude that be on TikTok doing this Spider-Man thing, getting what the hell, bro? It's like everything is going on right now. You feel me? And it's kind of dope. It's kind of dope. It's dope, but at the same time, it's like, don't lose focus. Don't let the things that are happening make you lose focus on like what you doing or where you at. Cause it's like TV, bro. This shit is like TV. Cause even when you bring up something in certain conversations, like I was at the paint place today and talking to the people in there, and bro, the same stuff I be watching, they was bringing up and they was talking about it. Trump, Kamala, you feel me? They wasn't talking about psychedelics though. I'm watching the movie Backstage. Exactly, that's what it seemed like, bro. I said, like, even with the Trump shit, right? Like, I was saying, bro, if you ain't watched that movie, I was just telling my mama, like, mama, you watch Campaign? The Campaign, she like, nah, I don't watch what's going on, what they doing, Trump and all them. And I'm like, no, the movie with Will Ferrell. And I said, it's got to be somebody out there. I probably ain't checked yet, but I guarantee you it's somebody out there that took that movie and put it into what's going on right now with these two. If they ain't did that, they used South Park. You feel me? One of them, because they already said this was gonna happen before it even happened. I don't know. I think we predict the future because, like I said, that's what you start to get good at, is actually predicting the future and what's gonna happen next. So all your experiences is trying to make you know what's gonna happen next. Whether, okay, I'm gonna go get my GED because I ain't got it type shit, or I'm gonna go do this because I ain't did this. You feel me? It's like, oh, that shit is crazy, bro. And then once you get into like being like The Simpsons or or like American Dad or any one of these other shows that's constantly doing this, dropping episodes all the time, you're gonna predict the future sometimes. It's easy. It becomes easy. It becomes easy. Sometimes you don't even do it on purpose. Everything is atoms. Everything is this one thing. You don't even got to do it on purpose. It'll just start happening. You'll see it, and then bam, you'll put it out, and then bam, it'll be the truth, and it'll predict the future, like on some Nostradamus shit. That shit is crazy, bro. That shit is trippy. But I'm about to see what Rance. Let me see. Oh, let me see what Rance and them doing up in this Discord. Let me put on my headphones. My bad, I ain't got on my headphones. Oh, they going dead, but it's all good. What's up with it, Rance? Is you in here? Rob?
I'm
One of
here.
y'all?
How you doing?
Oh, nothing, man. I just went live and then I opened up the Discord since it's Friday night and I seen you was in here, but I started talking at first. You know, I'll be going on my rants. My rants, if you want to call it what it is. What's up with it,
Yeah, you
Kristen?
on your clarity.
No
Why
doubt.
y'all
No,
up?
we up because you up.
Go to bed. Go the
We,
fuck to bed.
Nah, we up because you up. I went on. I know I was. It was something you had sent me on Instagram. I was just looking at it, laughing at that shit.
Oh, yeah. I was just laughing at that.
I see. I was watching the one, the karate one. Hold on, y'all. I gotta. Let me. Oh, okay. You can see it right there. Yeah, yeah. That shit. That shit was hilarious. I said this. Is it. I was just talking about that. It's just a lot going on right now. Oh, you out there? Oh, I thought you was out. Oh, yo. You know. Oh, you at your parents' house this time?
Yeah, yeah. This time, nigga, where I only be one of two places, my home or my parents. You've never seen me anywhere else.
Uh huh. I seen
You've
you in
never
the.
seen.
I seen you in the stars.
Shut up.
What y'all been doing over there this weekend? Chilling.
Yeah, there's a holiday, some kind of holiday. There's some Tito's.
Oh
Uh,
dang! Wait,
I
what?
don't know
What?
what
What?
holiday.
What? That,
Sorry, no,
I
no,
can't
no. I'm
even
sorry.
move it.
Water. It's water. It's water. It's actually water. It's actually water.
It ain't. That ain't water. Cause this ain't water I'm drinking.
Oops.
But let me go on and just cover it. Let me just go on and just cover mine. Cause I'm like going. I don't want to miss my sip time every time I sip time. When I sip time, I'm like going shit. I had to.
Never
I ain't
mind.
gonna lie. I had to have one tonight. I said, you know, everything shit been hella crazy, but I don't know. I think I understand what people say when they say, you know, once the devil attack you, he don't let up. He just like keep it going for like a minute straight. But I ain't gonna
Nah,
blame him. I ain't gonna blame him. This is just the shit.
deserve that. You
Yeah,
must have deserved. You must have deserved
maybe
it.
I might have. I might have.
So
But you
every
know.
time something bad happens to me, I'll be like, all right, I deserve that. I know I deserve that because this wouldn't
Nah,
just be
hell
happening.
no. I ain't accepting that
No,
shit.
I deserve it.
No, I'm not accepting it that fully. To where okay, I deserve that. No, you got me fucked up. No, I do not deserve that. No.
Every time. You ain't done some bad stuff in your life? Come
Who?
on
No,
now.
I ain't never did. See, this it's a difference between doing something bad and knowing you doing bad, but doing something bad and not knowing that you're doing something bad because you're doing something
This
in order to survive.
talks in
It's
circles. This guy talks in circles. He was a bad
who?
guy.
Who? No, I was not. I was not no bad guy. We can call my mama right now. She'll tell you I was a good kid.
Not my booker. Not my booker.
She
Not
like,
my booker.
he was, he told the truth. He never lied to me. And I'm like, damn, that's how you look at me. I felt like I lied to you 1,000 times. What's up,
Yeah.
Rob?
Oh, he's right.
What
What's up?
what
What's up?
is up,
Well,
true fam?
Oh, what's
what's
up with
going
you,
on,
man?
baby?
I'm out here with the Coyotes,
Huh?
Mm.
in West Texas, making a late night run.
Oh, nice. with
Oh
the
yeah.
Yeah.
coyotes. Be careful out there.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. I worked late tonight, but that's okay. The check's gonna be fat.
It's gonna be fit.
Yeah. I remember Dave Chappelle's bit, or I think it was on his show, where they said, "Man, when you travel, people talk about fat Americans, fat Americans." He said, "We rich. We supposed to be fat."
That part.
Exactly. Exactly.
That
Hey.
that's that get money good. That's that get money
Yeah,
good.
that
They
get
don't know
money
about that.
good. Dang. But when it comes, you
You
don't
know,
be wanting it. But I kind of felt, like over time, I was like, I was skinny for a long time, so gaining weight and like, getting like a little bit, well, I'm always trying to minimize shit. Getting out of shape. I felt like, okay, that was another reality I had to see right now. I ain't gonna hold you. I had to see myself, being overweight or, and I ain't even overweight, but by about 10 pounds, I think. I don't know. But yeah,
by any means,
yeah,
you're
let me
delusional
minimize
is
it.
what you are.
I'm just a tiny bit overweight.
I I seen that old picture of you somewhere. You were swole up back in the day.
Yeah,
Oh, I see that one too
in the younger
on the
years.
yard when he
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
on the yard.
Now I
you look
just
like flipping cars was one of your hobbies.
now I just walk past the weights. I look at them like the DMT, and I keep going.
Not today.
Not
Not
today,
today.
Yeah.
not today. Ooh, my legs hurt. My knees, my knee. Oh, my elbows. I always gotta blame it on something. Yeah, I blame it on everything except the devil. Okay, my bad. I just do. I said if I blame it on the devil, that means I can't hold people accountable for their actions. Okay.
Rance, what's going on?
What's up with it, Rance? He said
Yeah.
apes. Apes.
But,
Apes is what's up. I'm gonna dive in on Sunday though, Rob.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna take
Oh,
a
yeah.
my
good
brother.
one.
Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
take a good dose Sunday morning. As soon as I wake up, I'm diving in, bro.
Yeah, go ahead in that deep end.
I'm only am because it was somebody from Instagram trying to do an interview on Sunday night at like 7. He trying to record it, and because of some of my experience he watched. So I said, I'm gonna dive in. I'm gonna dive in just because I feel like sometimes you start to get out of touch because when you go back into life, you get fully back into it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
people look, people with their belief systems, whether they made up or wherever they come from, they convincing, okay? They real convincing.
Uh-uh.
People are real convincing with their belief systems.
You're not lying. You
Yeah,
are
because
not lying.
I'm like, now I don't care. If a Mormon come up and start talking to me about religion, I will believe him.
That part.
Yep,
I will believe
yep.
him
That's
The Mormons.
100%.
Mormons believe in like aliens, right?
I don't know.
Or is that
uh,
the other? Not the Mormons.
Scientology.
Yeah, Scientologists.
I think they all believe in aliens because,
Yeah,
like,
they just use different words.
yeah, basically, they just use different words and put
I mean,
different
wouldn't
words
an
on it.
angel kind of be an alien in a way?
Exactly.
Something that
Exactly.
flew out of space. Except, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Angel would actually be an alien, which is crazy. Because if you look at it
Yeah,
that way, you go, because you when you think about probing and stuff, it make you go, I don't want to see no alien.
hey, that happened in the church too.
Yeah, because it's like seeing the
That-
alien. Seeing the alien is like staying all night at a P Diddy party. It's like it's gonna be some anal probing.
yeah,
Uh,
we need.
you know what killed me about aliens though, Rob? Why do they look like baby embryos? Like always, if you go look at the embryo in the room growing up, it looks like an alien.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
With the big head
That
and the small. Yeah. You're right.
Hey,
that falls in line with Joe Rogan's theory. And when Joe Rogan said it, I had been thinking I have been thinking that for years,
what
that
is?
aliens look like us in the future if we
Yeah,
evolve the way we keep on evolving. Because like you evolve and adapt to your environment, and as time goes on, we don't need more and more and more muscles.
yeah.
Like we don't have to be swole. We don't operate like that anymore. We
Aliens look
develop
like
machines, we
embryos.
develop technology to do that heavy lifting. We still find physique and form attractive through our instincts, DNA, biology, whatever. But as far as practicality, it's not uh, as much a necessity as it once was.
Yeah,
Um, like that's why our wisdom teeth have to get pulled because we don't chew on roots anymore.
yeah,
Like we
yeah,
don't need our jaws have changed over time, uh, and so if you fast forward 1,000 years, if evolution, uh, if you're looking at evolution as a theory, you could see where we get lighter and lighter and skinnier, or not necessarily skinnier, but less muscular over time. But
yeah,
we need more brain capacity. Because look at what we do with our kids. We spend 14 years of them just developing their brain, just stuff in school work in
yeah.
there and studies and books.
A gang of stuff
And
that ain't even needed, we give them. Yeah, at school.
a
They
lot,
give them at school. A gang
yeah,
of shit they ain't even gonna use. And
yeah. So if
you know
that,
what? You know what's crazy though? Well, no, go ahead. You go ahead and finish though, Rob. Go ahead.
okay, if that becomes more important, our mental capacity, then you could see where our heads get bigger and our bodies get smaller. It's,
uh, I had a big ass head as a kid. That's why I'm laughing. I mean, no pun intended, but I did. But
and they don't. One more thing, and they don't have any genitalia, and we're promoting all the trans rights stuff right now. So I'm just saying,
hey, okay.
they're
Did you see the
they're
one movie?
non-binary.
Did you see the one movie, the other movie with Will Ferrell, where they went Lost in Space? No, it wasn't Lost in Space. It was the one Land of the Lost, and they went
No, I
back in
didn't see it.
time. They went back in time, and then the damn Tyrannosaurus Rex was chasing them, and then he was like, "Well, the Tyrannosaurus Rex brain is the size of a walnut, so he ain't that smart. He can't do jump over this and do all these things that we doing to try to get away." And then the big ass walnut came, and it was like the walnut was hella huge though. It was big, hella big, like fucking 6 feet tall. But I don't think like sometimes I don't know. What if it doesn't have nothing to do with the size of the brain, but it has something to do the way you use the brain?
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Because did you watch the video last night that we was doing that they shared of the them doing the DMT and then looking at the DMT, looking at the laser on the DMT, and they was able to see the binary codes and different codes through the laser.
Oh no, I must have not downloaded that one yet.
Okay, yeah. See that kind of it makes me think about the way our minds are. You know, it's like almost like it's like what if, just what if your mind could manipulate reality? Like it's not reality doing what it's doing, but it's actually your mind, the brain that is manipulating it and make it be something else. Because I always felt like, you know, from the entities that we see to the places that we go, like all these things that exist within inside. Like they all
Mm-hmm.
it all exists within inside us, whether it's our DNA or wherever it's at. It exists within us. So us even seeing the things that we seen, it's like sometimes it's like it's just us.
It's overwhelming. It's too overwhelming to realize that, though.
Yep, yep. I
And
that's
that's
definitely easier to see after you've had a psychedelic experience or
Yeah.
while you're going through a psychedelic experience. That makes a
mm,
lot more sense if you do have that experience. But from base reality, quote unquote base reality, we know it's partially our minds, at least because everything we experience is filtered through our minds.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
like everything you experience, you say, okay, I got this. Right now I'm driving and I got this truck in front of me. But that's just filtered. That's just how I see it. That's my mind uh, filtering, making to where I could only see this truck. Like in quote unquote reality, we have all these molecules between me and that vehicle. And we're not even aware of all the, uh, of what's going on in all the dimensions. When I reach out and grab the steering wheel, that's my mind filtering and saying, no, your hand is grabbing this, so you feel it. It's firm, it's
mm,
leather. Um, Everything is a filter anyway. And everything is how your mind is creating it. Uh,
Yeah, exactly. The word explain.
it's all those, like you had in a trip, it's all those senses doing something different,
Yeah,
combining
experiencing
to make that experience.
to make the experience. So it's like, okay, like, because even when you look into science and stuff like that, and they talk about the brain and the way the brain, you know, the even like the way the eye see 60% of what is, and then the brain makes up the rest. Like it actually adds
I can,
the rest of the pixels to the fucking picture.
mhm. Makes no sense.
It
How is
doesn't.
that? Why
It
is that even?
doesn't.
Why is that even a thing?
Oh
Why are
yeah.
they able to just fill in
It's
the
not
blanks?
on.
Nah, that shouldn't even be a thing. What do you mean? If it's not
But
there, it's not. No.
but it kind of makes sense when you think of the fact that, okay, depending on where you were born and where you are from, it shapes the way that you even look at life, the way that you accept life, the God that you accept even in life. Like that's the way it makes sense to me. Is when I look at, you know, over there them dropping them missiles in Israel and all that shit. Like the way they look at life is totally different than the way we look at it. Some of the
Hmm.
things they go through, we don't go through. The God they believe in is not even the same God as ours. It's not the same understanding.
Is it though?
It, I know, right? Is it? I mean, it is when you look at the underlying belief, but when you like put the, you know, the painting on it like we do when we paint the reality, then it's not. Then it's not. So even though I'm giving this deity right here the same energy you're giving that deity, it's still a different painting almost. But it's dope.
Rose. Wait.
yeah.
What is that? What is that saying? Is a rose? Does a rose smell as sweet under? Wait, hold on. Let me not fuck it up. No. What's the
Under the
saying?
influence of cocaine. No, I'm just
No, stop it.
like, cause, cause,
But
go ahead, Rob.
yeah, another way to look at it is where you're sitting right now. If a bumblebee was right there, may see the world, quote unquote, see the world completely different. Like
Mm-hmm.
we can't even
Exactly.
comprehend it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
And
and then
I was looking for a rose by any other name would still smell as sweet.
yeah, but yeah, whether
Yep.
it's the mini roses or the regular roses, but
No, whether you even know what that thing is called in a different language, it still smells the same sweetness.
like it's kind of weird though, right? Because like you go to other places, they don't wear like colognes and shit like that.
Mm.
They just be musty, like they musty so
Yeah,
called body.
that's true. Like
It
their
be
social
funky to
norms are
us.
not our social norms. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they be
totally
funky
different.
to us, but to them that's normal.
That's not only normal, that's like that's attractive to them. Like they
The more
like that shit. They
the
like
more
that stank.
mustier the more mustier he is, the more
I
into him she
don't
be.
know.
It's like,
Hmm.
which is wild,
What?
but
Yeah, I have a hard time understanding how that would be attractive, but unless people see it as a strong defense mechanism.
Exactly. Exactly.
I
This
mean,
can
but when you
Like,
look
oh,
at
if
shoot away any animal.
but you look
Any
at certain animals, that's what they do. Like even dogs, they spray piss everywhere in order to mark their territory.
oh
So it's
my
yeah,
god, that's exactly what he did tonight. There was a bunch of dogs that came to my brother brought his dog and then his friend brought his two dogs and Duke started pissing everywhere. And I'm like, oh,
hell yeah.
we don't
Nah, Duke,
we don't
like
do
this
this.
my shit. Let me know. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
let you
Like,
know. Look, that's my
look,
favorite spot over there. That's my favorite spot,
that's
and that's my spot.
right by the door, right in
Yeah.
front of the door, right by the back door, right by the front door. Like, what are you doing? What? You don't do this, but I guess they do.
Hell
yeah,
yeah, they do.
that's one thing that's kind of hard to conceive to me is like, okay, we know a dog's sense of smell is 100 times more sensitive, or however many
Mm-hmm.
more times it is. But
Mm-hmm.
they can have something that stinks to us at least right up on their nose and it not bother them.
Yeah.
Right,
Like,
right. It
it's
makes
almost
no
like
sense
they have some kind of control over it
over
or
what they.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and it's weird because a dog will go a dog will go eat some shit.
Yo,
Yep.
that
but
yo,
my dog threw up some shit.
I have
And
not
my daughter, well, not my dog, my daughter dog threw up some shit, and
my
they was
dog.
looking at it going, "Hey, what is that?" I was like, that's some shit. Dogs eat shit. Okay, why I don't know.
No, 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 no. Wait, you say your daughter's dog ate throw up. My dog took a dump, turned around, and ate that dump, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
I've never
that's
seen anything before.
yeah. No, she threw up the shit. She ate the shit and then she threw it up.
Oh,
And it was
good.
like why she was sick. I was like, they eat wood and all type of shit, and they be throwing that shit up. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
but to them, like, I'm like going, I see some shit I'm throwing up. I said, he said, wait,
Scary.
hold on. Somebody's, a woke one said, word, yeah, now I think about it. That's only explanation for the delay. There is a 15-second delay between reality and the mind eyes. Some say it's 5 second delay or 7 seconds, but it's around 15 seconds, 5 to 15 seconds roughly. I don't know, bro, because like when you, if it is, it's hard to see because, you know, it depends on where your mind is going. What are you trying to focus on? Because everything that you see is like instant. It seems instant to me, like as I'm looking at it. But I don't know. Nate calling it out on what it's doing or what it is probably a certain delay, but it
Yeah,
seems
Mm-hmm.
instant.
yeah, I've heard of what he's talking about. It's like I'd have to look up a video on it to get it right in my head, but it's like there is a 7 or 15 second delay in between quote unquote base reality and what we see and experience. Um, they've done they've done different experiments to prove that,
Yeah.
um, but I'm like not even sure why that would be a thing.
But it
Why
makes
there would
you
be
know what
another
it
delay?
but that's the thing, Rob. You know what it make me look at? It make me look at the psychedelic experience, right? Okay, what if that delay is that in between space that we be seeing on psychedelics?
The waiting room.
Yeah.
Yeah, the waiting room or the fractals, or because you ain't never seen the fractals like when you're waking up in the morning coming out a dream and you go through the tunnel and then you pop back out here.
Ooh, okay, I just thought of something trippy. Okay, so we got our five senses, right? That we can kind of tune into.
Yeah,
All right. When we're tripping,
I got you.
it's
Leave me
almost
alone.
like another one of our senses can be time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like we can, for some reason, we tune into it. Right now, in our normal self, we have no time is constant. It's like we have no control over it, no manipulation over it, no real concept over it other than watching the clock and you can count seconds. But
yeah,
when you're tripping, it's almost like time, it's almost like you could go on and say you got a sixth sense, a seventh sense, a eighth sense, but like let's just say one of those senses, extra senses, could be the sense of time,
no, no doubt,
and
no doubt.
you can perceive it differently. You can perceive it differently in that space uh, than when you're not tripping.
Yeah, because but the wild thing when you think about it, even when you're not tripping, you can slow up and speed up time. Like we always say, okay, if I keep looking at the clock, time is gonna go slower. But like this is when you at work, and it's like if I stay active the whole time and never look at the clock, it seems like the time just fly by when I'm not paying attention to it. It almost reminds me of what they were saying about the atoms, and like when when the atoms are not being looked at, they're not moving. They're just sitting there. I think it was the atoms, but they're just sitting
They
there.
need an
Soon as
observer.
yeah,
Yeah.
as soon as you observe them, they start to move. They start to take
Mm.
action. They start to do
Yeah.
something.
That's
Well,
like
that
human
that
beings, though.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's like
that right
humans.
there, I think it's the it's a double slit experiment or something like that. But
Yeah,
that right
Mm-hmm.
there that's widely accepted in science now. That experiment you're talking about, and to me, that's proof right there that we have some control, even if we don't know it.
Mm-hmm.
it's it.
The fact that you look at something like the fact that when you look at something, it changes reality or not, like that is why that experiment is so big. It's like that's not something that was even really considered in science before. But now just the fact that of you looking at something can affect uh, reality.
Yeah, And it's wild because we talked about it so many times. We talked like even colors, like when you see colors, like I remember it was a time where it was just red, blue, green, yellow, and it was like just a certain amount of colors, and then the shit started changing. And you'll see a color and you be like, that's tan. They be like, nah, that's pastel. And it's like that shit just kind of upgraded or something. It was like almost a upgrade. But let's see. UL said it was an experiment they did about a phenomenon. The mind starts to prep itself before perceiving the image. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because it's almost like the mind is looking for. Okay, the mind can only create what it's already seen or make better what it already knows or which is what it's already seen and experienced. That's what I feel like. So it's like you have all these different scenarios or realities that can play out and you choose which one is the best one into making this one what it is. It's like you go, I don't want to do that because that is bad. I'll rather do this because this is good. You feel me? It's like you always kind of going and making it as you go. It's like, I don't know, bro. That shit is trippy. That shit is trippy. And you don't see it
Yeah,
until
that
you.
would be that would be a good one. UL, if you could find a video on that experiment, because we're talking about two different experiments. One was the double slit experiment,
Yeah.
where when you look at something, it changes how the protons react or whatever. So that was the experiment where it says, okay, just a human witnessing something affects reality and can change how things behave. And then the other one that UL's talking about was tied into the first comment about the delay. Um, that one, I'm starting to remember like bits and pieces of it. On that one, I think what they were doing was was having people guess images before they showed up, and people were actually able to guess the images like 7 or 15 seconds before they showed up.
Yeah. Oh, I seen that. I think I seen something on that. I seen something on that.
Why? What was the reason they were thinking about it? I mean, the
And that,
person that asked the question about it.
yeah, that's where they thought that reality has a 7 or 15 second delay, whatever it is, because the
Mm-hmm.
person would already know
Mm.
the picture before it popped up on the screen.
Yeah. That makes
Like,
sense
and
though.
to
That's
me, when I first heard it, I thought it was hard to believe. I've been meaning to look it up and find out where that experiment was done and how it was done. But yeah, I have to remember to look that one up, because if that is true and that really happened and that's a true experiment, then that is pretty wild. That is pretty wild
yeah.
if people
Why?
can predict um, photos before they appear.
I mean, but it's almost but you can. It's almost like, all right, if let's say you're on the football team and you go to the NFL, like certain plays you begin to learn to predict what's going to happen before it happened within the play. And like that's
No.
not and that's just saying football.
Yeah.
After just studying that thing, so studying that team, and you start seeing their moves and see the way the defense move this way, you already know the play before it happens. And
Yep.
which is but I don't know, bro. That shit
Well,
is
getting you think
crazy.
it happens on another level, like women start to get on the same menstrual cycle if they work together for a long, they'll get on the same cycle.
Yeah, and remember they did the experiment with the monkeys to where they taught them something over here, and then all the way over there they learned the same thing behind because the
Yeah,
atoms. I
Oh,
don't know.
mhm.
or you
The
take
generation.
those. What'd you say?
Yeah, the next, I was just saying the next generations knew whatever the monkeys were taught, even not experiencing whatever they had experienced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you take a bunch of metronomes
People
and
believe
you
most
start them all at like you have 100, and
actually work.
it's the thing that keeps time and music tick 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 tick, and it's got like an upside down pendulum. Well, if you put 100 metronomes in a room and you start ticking them at different times, they're all getting sync.
Yeah, after a while. It was all and that, that kind of remind me of they was talking when they were talking about the apple. If you put the apple in the box and the apple will deteriorate, and then after like a million billion years, it'll turn back into an apple. It's like how? Like how?
Is that what they said?
Yeah, BPM beats per minute. Yeah, yeah, that's what they said. They said after about a million
The
years, a
seed.
billion, how many ever.
Well, it's not going to have any sunlight or water. It's in a box. How is it going to do that?
I don't
I
know.
think they were talking about the probability, like in the some kind of like I think it had to do with the quantum realm too, maybe,
So
where you'd be able to look inside the box again and it'd be an apple at some point in the future.
yeah, in the way, way, way future. So it's almost like it remind me of people. So it's like you die, you go, you deteriorate, and then after a while, you form yourself again and come back out through the womb again. Say I'm back, nah.
Yeah, it's
Like
crazy. Some people have the knowledge of their past lives, and some people I just like total mind wipe. No
I
experience.
did
I'm a
you
noob.
did you see the one where they have the people that can remember every minute of every day?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That shit was wild as hell. And you just throw out a date to them, and then they'll tell you like what they seen on the news that day, what was happening that day, and everything. And it's like, nah, man. It's like, yeah, I believe it though. Are you
That
pushing
sounds like a
yourself?
birthday kind of curse.
Man, what? Oh, UL always got a good one. He said, "Are you pushing yourself into the future, or is the future pulling yourself from where you thought you perceived it?" And it's like it would be both. UL, like the future is pulling you, and you pushing yourself at the same time towards the future. Cause we only think in future and past. We never too much think present, right now. Like Exile
Right
say,
now,
right now. Now.
right now.
We always think future, past, or present. What's gonna happen tomorrow? What we're doing tomorrow? Quantum physics. Maybe something
I don't know,
related
but
to quantum mechanics.
whenever it happens, it's going to be happening now.
And we
Even
can
the
always
future.
recall it.
That's what's wild, because even the future gonna be happening right now. Right now. But that throws me off because then Exile just make me always think about all the people that then lived life. I don't care if they was out doing the dirtiest of all dirts, if they was on some P. Diddy dirt. At the time they felt like what they was doing was right. It didn't matter if they was doing all the good in the world of trying to make the world a better place. They still felt like they was doing right. But we talking about billions of people that then came and that then left. You're the perception on the tug of war of time. That stress point is what you call now. But okay, but what about that space we was talking about, that 15-second delay? Okay, I don't know. I still think that space, like in between, let's say consciousness and the eyesight, or consciousness and hearing. That space in between, I'll be feeling like anything can exist within that space, and you can make anything happen within that space. But it was something you said earlier too. He said, "Wait, the temper perception is not just 15 seconds into the future; it react out throughout the branches into all." Yeah, yeah, I feel like that too. I feel like no matter what you look at it as being that shit go like branches. It go like a infinite amount of ways. A infinite. How long is your drive, Rob?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I just got in.
Oh,
So,
okay.
uh, yeah, I just walked inside.
You got to go
But
in tomorrow.
no, 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 I'm good. It's my daughter's birthday tomorrow.
Oh
I'm gonna go
yes.
to a roller skating rink for the first time since I was a kid.
What? You gonna have to get one of them roller walkers. Them roller.
Yeah, and to give me the big brakes on the front.
Yeah, they got you the big
I'm,
brakes and give me one of them
I'm,
walker
I'm head.
things. The
Hey,
things.
happy birthday. How old is
Yeah, have,
she?
Thank you. She is turning 8.
8. Oh my God, same age as my nephew.
8.
He just turned 8.
Oh yeah, when was his birthday?
September 28th, 29th.
29.
oh yeah, yeah. Just
That's
had
cool.
that
That's cool.
birthday party.
Yeah.
And y'all was on trampolines, if I
Yeah.
recall.
Yeah.
Rob going skating. We went to the skating ring. That's what we did on
Y'all be
Brooklyn
risking
birthday.
your life.
Man, it'd be fun to skate once you get it back going. That should be hella fun. Your legs be hurting though.
Yeah, the
Oh
next
my.
day,
Yeah, hell yeah.
he's like, what
I
happened? What
remember.
did I do?
I remember the very first time I did not know how to turn. I did not know how to stop. I was like 10 years old and I hit that wall so hard. I mean, it was like Wile E. Coyote going through that wall. I, sh- I hit it so hard I should have gone through it. That's a strong wall, is all I'm gonna say.
yeah, you
But
go.
everybody got a kick out of it. I
Yeah,
was real happy that.
get you a walker. Get you a walker and just ride that walker around that track until you get it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
dinosaur one. The dinosaur one is good.
The dinosaur walker. But that's what we had to do because I had to kind of get the feel back of it. And then you know what's wild though, Rob? Because like when we went, like I said, fuck it, bro. I went and got. I said I rode the skates. I said, man, let me try rollerblades. I went back, took the skates back, got rollerblades. Still, motherfuckers is even harder.
Yeah.
For the
Rollerblades is
inline or
different.
the four wheel? The
The
inline
inline,
one?
yeah, the inline.
Those are not hard. Those are easy as hell. It's them
No,
four wheelers. They will have one leg going forward, one leg going backward, and you just praying your
yeah,
legs don't snap.
yeah. Sheila said, same age as my niece. Such a cool age, still children in every way, but also they are their own little person. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I ain't saying nothing. I said, one girl, all boys. I said, man, I said, whew. I think she was the hardest one. I think she was. Girls are something else. What the fuck? I said, you
Bruh.
know what you need to do, Rob? You need to go watch Inside Out and prepare yourself. Watch Inside Out Part 2.
That's what we was watching earlier, yo. Me and my
All
nephew
right.
was watching that earlier.
hey, hey, when they get to
Love
that
that
age to
movie.
where they just confused, it's like I got a pimple. This is happening. I just don't know what to
Nothing's
do. It's
making
like
sense.
nothing is making sense. I got hormones now. What are these?
Just angry for no
For
reason.
no reason. For no reason. That shit is.
Well,
I
that's
don't
what
know.
you need to understand about girls is that we're a little bit
Oh, thanks,
temperamental,
Sheila.
patient.
Yeah, Inside Out. That shit was hella good. And like, I ain't
Mhm.
gonna lie, cause like I seen my daughter. Everything that happened in there, I seen my daughter go through.
Mhm.
And I keep trying to tell her, you should sit down and watch this with me. And she like, she's a teenager now. She like, nah, I want to be in the room just texting on my phone type shit. It's like, nah. said, damn, man, they get older. There's no more movie nights and shit, except with
Yeah.
Blake, cause he's 10. All the other kids, movie nights, you get talking about movie night, they like, bro, I'm about to go watch some anime. I'm about to go talk on the phone with my friends. I'm having a conversation with
Oh my god, this animation.
yeah, anime, bro. Yeah, anime is
Yeah, anime's big.
it is big, but it's weird as hell. Anime is
Mm-hmm.
so anime is just a bunch of titties and ass. It's like a Diddy party. That's what
Jesus. I mean, that's what it is though. And that's why people like it. And they can act like, oh, this is just some cartoons. Nah, this is some very suggestive stuff.
yeah, I think it's like sex magic and all different types of magics in
Um,
one sitting. Cause I said, dang wait, okay, so when he get close to a girl, he talks to her, his power gets strong. Okay, dang, all the way to the point to where he got to lick her ear and suck on her ear in order to get,
whoa.
which
Which
we
one was that?
know. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it's called. I don't know, but I just was like I was telling my
I
son,
don't know. I
this what you be watching.
don't, mhm.
He said, Dad, you watch Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty is worse than this.
These are
Dragon Ball Z is worse than
no,
this.
no. It ain't.
Shit. When you go
Neither
watch
of
an
them.
anime and then go watch Rick and Morty or go and watch Dragon Ball Z. You're gonna be like,
Is
oh
okay.
shit, it is.
Rick and Morty
Yeah.
is bad. I forgot about Dragon Ball Z. Rick and Morty is pretty bad though.
Dragon Ball Z, Master Roshi. Because my son kept saying, yeah, look at Master Roshi. I'm like, Master Roshi don't be doing that type of stuff. And I went and I started from the beginning. And like the second
Hmm.
episode when he met Boma, and he first met Boma, and he gave Goku the cloud Nibis, whatever, I forgot what the cloud name, but he ride on that cloud. He gave that to him. And then Boma was like, man, I want something too. What about me? And he was like, you gonna have to show me your panties. You won't.
Whoa.
You gotta show me something if I'm gonna give you something. And she
Oh,
lifted up her skirt
Yeah.
and showed him. I said, God damn, I said, that's the same thing they did in the other anime he had me watching. She lifted up her skirt
Yeah.
in order, and it's like, bro.
It is.
It's
It is strong in anime, but humans will sexualize anything.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. That's what we will do.
Anime has some of those. It's almost like they have some of those basic human instincts of things that are graphic, sexuality,
Yeah.
violence.
Yeah. Which it kind of make you understand because, yeah, let me stop. I ain't even gonna talk about that. Cause you be having to look back on your life and go, oh, okay, yeah, I understand. I understand.
But it is way more out there today than it was when we were growing up.
No,
And it was already more when we were growing up than it was 30 years before that. It's kind of crazy how much sexuality specifically has changed.
but
Well, I shouldn't say sexuality, but I should say the availability or the display
yeah, yeah.
of it is just way more out there.
Cause it's like
And
it was there, but then it also was like a separation. Cause remember, like when you watch I Love Lucy or some of those old black and white TV shows from like the '60s, the late '60s, early '70s, they weren't even sleeping in the same bed. They'd be
Right.
married,
yeah,
but
yeah,
that
it
bed would
was
be over there.
way
Yeah,
filtered,
way
way
filtered.
filtered.
But they had, undercover sexist jokes. Undercover. I heard somebody say like they got Diddy. How come they didn't do nothing to Hugh Hefner?
Epstein? Oh yeah.
No,
Hefner
Hugh
too.
Hefner.
They said Hugh Hefner's house was connected to Diddy's house via underground tunnel.
Why not? That's why I look at it like, why not? Like, come on now. Just think if you
Where
had a
you think
house
the
in.
where you think the Jews learned it from?
I know, right?
They learned it.
Oh, we about to get canceled.
I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. But
Uh,
just think though, like really think about it. Like right now, like my house is connected to. I don't even want to say.
Yep.
But if I was connected to Hugh Hefner house, it'd be a lot more lit.
yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, I was telling my cousin about that. Just the Playboy shit. That shit. But they got a whole little series on shit that happened at Playboy right now too
Mm-hmm.
on
Well,
Netflix.
that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. You give people power, they're gonna gain a sense of invincibility,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to push the limit. That's one thing humans do, is they
Yeah,
push
not
the limit.
everybody.
And
Not all humans.
and some, it is surprising how long people will push the limit and get away with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's like this Weinstein, that like Harry Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, uh,
Jeffrey
P
Epstein.
Diddy. Like some of this shit like goes on 30 years, 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, P Diddy been doing
Um,
this for so long.
hell, the doctor from the USA Gymnastics.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it is crazy how long people get away with crossing the line.
Oh, the molesting doctor. I know what you mean.
Yeah, Larry Nasser, or however you pronounce his last name. But
Yes.
people get in a position of power, and it seems to be just one of the things humans do.
Yeah. To where they want to kind of, kind of feed that urge or whatever it is they have. It don't matter what it is. You see the one with, I think it's Garth Brooks.
Oh,
And the
what he
lady
do?
came out. The lady just came out and was saying some stuff that he did. I'm trying to
He
sue
was
him. I
weird.
think it's Garth Brooks. It's one of them country singers. I think it's Garth
Yeah, yeah,
Brooks.
yeah. It was him. It was him.
Yeah.
I saw that. But that's one.
Oh, I thought you
You know,
were.
it is yet to be seen if it has some validity, if it's true, if more people start coming out.
Yeah.
But
UL said Diddy didn't pay his blackmail bill.
hey,
Diddy.
there's some truth to that. I wonder. You know what I thought about him? I wondered if he got put on a pedestal by important people.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
Okay. So when I say that, you remember, y'all remember back in the day, MTV, Diddy was the face of America voting.
Yeah.
Remember
Voter.
Rock the Vote?
Mm-hmm.
Vote. Yeah. Vote or die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Vote or Die. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Rock the Vote, Vote or Die. And it makes me wonder how did he get put into that spot? Like
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe that was his idea and he just came
It
up
just
with it.
no. What
Mm-hmm.
it
Like
was is Rob. It took a lot of baby oil to slip into that spot. Took a whole lot of baby
Costco.
oil.
I mean, I hear you, but Costco's right down the street.
Right there.
I
And
mean,
you know
you
they
got to
sell them
take
a
it.
thousand a pack. A
Yeah,
thousand a
you
pack.
got to take advantage of a good price when you see it.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, it's like and it's like you said, they've been doing it for so long with
Mm-hmm.
no
Using people's
consequences.
notoriety to.
So I'm wondering if what UL is saying, like, didn't pay his blackmail bill. Like, I'm wondering
Mm-hmm.
if that is really the kind of shit that happened.
Yeah.
Like,
Obvious.
he's already in the game. Okay, apparently he gained a sense. He's he's influencing culture and society. He's put into that position. He gained a sense of invincibility, apparently, by doing everything that he's done. And then one day it just hits and everything's over.
Everything fall apart.
And it does make you wonder if, okay, with did he fall was he connected with higher people, and did they, for whatever reason, have a falling out? Was he supposed to do something? Like, it's like, okay, if we're gonna put you on this pedestal, you got to do X, Y, and Z.
Mhm.
And if he doesn't do X, Y, and Z, well, then guess what? Game over.
Yeah, game over. Game over. You know, you went and you took psychedelics and you came back and called yourself Brother Love and you said, I ain't doing that shit no more. And they said, yeah, bro, what are you talking about?
We Yeah, because any of those people, they got them by the cojones. Like they got like that's like the Epstein deal. That's what Epstein's game was. It looks like that's what his game was to get powerful people and get dirt on them. Once you have dirt on them, now you can control them.
Exactly.
Now you,
Not only
and,
dirt, they were recording them, drugging them,
yeah.
recording them, doing, yeah.
But it's crazy though, right? When you fix my microphone, but no, at the time where I know I was kicking it and doing a lot of things, everybody knew what we were doing. They knew we were putting hella ecstasy pills in the bottle,
What,
and
what does that
it,
mean?
what?
That everybody knew what we were doing. What does that mean?
Okay, like okay,
He's
say
explaining it.
if I have a bottle of Patron and I go, hey, Kristen, we about to put these ecstasy pills in the bottle, and you like, oh hell yeah, you ain't did it yet. What took you so long? And then I crush them up and I drop them in there. You already know what we putting in there.
Okay.
Like you know,
Yeah, that's what we.
this is what we do.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we do, and that's the thing that I don't like is the fact that people trying to make it seem like, oh, he spiked drinks and he did this and he did that, and it's like, nah, a lot of people already knew what was going on. They knew what he was putting in the bottle, and then on top of that, that's what the one dude said though, the FBI agent. He said basically, he said we're not just going after the ones that we going after the ones that were there, even if they didn't participate. If you was there and you watched it happen, we getting your ass sued.
And I'm sure a lot of people didn't know that those bottles were
Shit, shit, like
because
with
if you knew, like a random girl on the street, they was picking up girls out of everywhere, from everywhere and anywhere. I've never been to a party where a bottle was spiked. I don't know about y'all. I've never done that in my
okay,
life.
that's what I'm saying. But you never took ecstasy before.
Yeah, I've taken ecstasy, but I've never been to a party where they were like, we're putting ecstasy in this bottle. They might give you one, but they never did that.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
sounds like
See,
something. They-
nah, but it didn't turn it just because that happened. It didn't turn into a Diddy party. I'm
Like,
not
what does
saying
that
it
mean
turned into
now?
a Diddy party.
But yeah, we don't. I mean, bottom line, there's no way of telling everything that happened.
Yeah,
But
it
I think
really isn't.
I think
people,
because remember we
the
just
the
no. Go ahead, Rob. My bad.
the truth is probably somewhere in the middle.
you got a bunch of people claiming this, and of course, with somebody powerful, that's going to happen. And so I'm sure some of it's money grab. And then the other end of the spectrum is I never did nothing. Completely innocent. Was everything was cool. And I think
Especially,
most of the time in cases like that, the truth is somewhere in the middle.
yeah, in the middle.
There was.
'Cause
Mm.
especially if it's like, I'm kicking it with y'all, I'm doing all these things with you guys, and I left and y'all all rich and I ain't got no money still. It's like I'm letting go. I'm telling. You feel me? Telling on all you. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Like Denzel Washington said. But I don't know. I think a lot of people were just part of it, bro. They were not I ain't gonna say even like part of it to some of the things that was going on, because like when you hear the
What?
case and what's going on, it's like you got over 100 people, and then some of these people was even kids. That's what threw it off. It's like, wait, what? Like you would think somebody with power and with money, they ain't got to take nothing from nobody. That's what you would think. Like we talking
But
about
you don't
Puff
know
Daddy.
you don't even know if they're people. They could be aliens. They could be fucking demons. You don't know what they are. You're just putting yourself in their position, like, oh, if that was me, I wouldn't do that. You don't know what these people are.
I know, right? It make you think about aliens though on another level, because it's like, if I was an alien and I had the power of an alien, I don't think I would be here probing people. Like,
Certainly,
it's like, for
it would
what?
be
If they sent me
amazing.
here to probe people, it's like, you want me to go down there and do what? Like, no, no.
Absolutely.
That
I'll take the night shift.
Yeah, exactly. What's up with it,
Yeah.
George?
What's up? Smoking a blunt.
Oh yeah,
uh,
I'm smoking a cigar.
On some
I would say switching something. My bad, George. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say on some Cuban shit.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. I wish this was I ain't had a Cuban, but it would be nice if this was a Cuban. Who is that opening my door? Blakey Blake, what's up?
I
Who's
was
that
actually
jumping
thinking
now?
about going to Cuba.
Cuba. Bro, me too. I want to go. So we don't need a passport, right? You don't need a passport to go there, right?
For Cuba, you need a passport and you need a visa. Going to Cuba is harder than like going to Dominican Republic.
What do you
Um,
mean? You could take a boat from Miami to Cuba. It's like our
you,
boat ride.
you yeah, you could do it that way. But the U.S. and Cuba have always had a weird relationship. It's like we viewed them as enemies for so long, um, due to whatever political differences or whatever. And I don't think Americans could go to Cuba for a long time. And
Yeah.
then I think when Obama was in, he kind of
Okay.
lifted some of that to where we could travel back and forth. But
Yeah.
you still need, I looked into it. So to go to Cuba, you need a special visa. You cannot go there for just tourism purposes.
You
You
have to have.
have to list one of 12 reasons. I want to say it's 12. One of 12 reasons for going. So most of the like I remember one of them is journalism. Um and another one, I think the most common one people use to get over there is support of the Cuban people. but general tourism is not one of the reasons you can go.
Yeah.
You can't go to
Sheila
Cuba and just say, "Oh, I'm going there for vacation."
Sheila said you
Hmm.
need a pat dude. You need a passport to go to Canada and to Mexico. And you kind of sort of right. You might need a passport to go to Canada, but not Mexico. Because I live
I'm
in San
Mexican.
Diego, so watched them go to Mexico. I just went to Mexico like I think the end of last year, but like yeah, and I ain't got a passport. I never had a passport ever, and I've been to Mexico many a times. So you don't need a
Yeah,
passport to go to Mexico if you ain't staying that long, like a week or some shit like that. I don't know. But they go over to Mexico from here to go party all the time. Like a lot of like people that are like 18 and up, 18 to 24, they go to Mexico
yeah. People have used
That's
crossing the border as a party space for like
forever.
200 years.
Yeah, forever, forever. Look, Rob, you know it's wild because when we went, I this was like when I was in my 20s, bro. We went to Mexico. We went to Tijuana, and we crossed the border, and we went to a club, and it was like $15 to get in, and all the drinks was free.
Ooh,
We was ordering adios motherfuckers the whole night, bro. That shit was crazy. But then I went like now up to date, like me and my girl we went. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie, we went to the strip club. But we went. I'm just
yep.
it was crazy. To Chinatown and
Hong Kong.
yeah, Hong Kong or whatever they call it. Chinatown, Hong Kong, I don't know, but it was in Tijuana
Oh,
though.
Hong Kong.
Yeah. But we went. We had hella fun, and we didn't have no passport neither. They was like, "You ain't got a passport." No, I don't
No.
have a passport. Like you see my ID, I'm going. I'm coming right back. I'm just going to kick it
Yep.
tonight.
Yeah, I remember going into Mexico without a passport, but I know I have heard, whether true or not, I have heard that going to Mexico will require a passport in the future, if not already.
Well, yeah, because
But whether
that's the thing, right? The when you go, like if you don't have a passport, since everybody believe that, they will try to charge you. Like the border patrol, I ain't gonna lie, they'll try to charge you some money because they tried to do us, and we're not paying you
Yeah.
anything. They'll try to hit you. But if you know, it's
mm,
like they like, oh, okay, go ahead, because when you come back, you got your ID, you got your American ID. So I don't know. There's a countdown.
Then
It's brutal.
in Mexico, you gotta be careful with the dudes that dress up like cops. They'll stop you and like shake you down for shit, and they're not actually cops. They'll always try to take money, set up like fake toll spots and shit.
Oh yeah,
They're annoying as shit.
yeah, they gonna hit you for them. They gonna hit you. They hit you for thirty
yeah,
dollars.
the
Yeah,
real cops will do that too.
Yeah,
that's
And
everybody.
that's
yeah,
these motherfuckers.
that's
They,
been
they,
something in Mexico forever. That's been like Mexican police, whether they're actual police or dressed as police, have been taxing people for forever.
Yeah, forever. It's wild because like you can go back. Okay, if you want to see a picture of it, go. All you gotta do is go back and watch Cheech and Chong. You feel me? Remember when they got deported? They went to Mexico. They were trying to come back, so they was trying to they was trying to teach like some of the border brothers how to speak English, and he was like doing the that shit was hilarious, bro. He was like, "What's
Cheech and
happening?"
For you youngsters out there who haven't seen, Cheech and Chong was a classic back in the day.
Yeah, and it was the
Mexican
same.
American
Yeah,
culture.
yeah. Cheech and Chong was a classic, bro. It was like yeah, it was a classic. It was on some other shit, and they smoke weed and do psychedelics.
Yeah. Cheech and Chong's got like that vibe of like a modern day YouTube video, someone that actually like take their time and actually make like a good YouTube video. That's what Cheech and Chong feels like. It's like such a loose ass fucking movie. It's fire as
Yeah,
fuck. And it's
it's
short too.
and it's dope. Like
Yeah.
that's what I like about like certain movies that you go and you watch, like Cheech and Chong, or if you go watch like old school Wayne's Brothers movies, like Hollywood Shuffle or I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. It show you,
Yeah.
you how the Mexican was. How the like the
You
true Mexicans was. This is what the fuck it was. The motherfucker wake up in the morning, go to the bathroom, start taking the piss, and when he look down, he pissing in the clothes hamper. But the way they talked back
yeah,
then and everything, it was on point.
it was on point. They hit so many nails on the head. And you gotta give respect to the artistry. The artistry of a low budget production.
Yeah. It make you think of
Like
Friday.
they didn't
Yeah.
Fridays in there the same way. Like a lot of those movies, I know Friday they didn't expect to hit it as big as they did. It was a low budget movie, like low. And I bet Cheech and Chong was the same way.
Yeah, it was the
Probably a
same way.
low budget movie. But the creativity and the artistry and the jokes and the scenes were so good that they hit it out of the park.
Yeah, but you know what's the beautiful thing about it though? You see, like, because everybody want to talk about culture and they want to talk about, oh, you know, black or Mexican or white. And it's like, when you go back and you watch these old movies, like you go back and you watch Cheech and Chong, you see where How High came from. You see where Friday came from. Like that's why. Like even did you watch the one Snoop Dogg movie and Dr. Dre? What was it called when they Car Wash? When they remade Car Wash?
Mm-hmm.
And then dude from Cheech and Chong came up pulling up on the little scooter. Like I've been riding from Humboldt for like 3 days with this weed for you. You see where all
Yeah.
these movies came from. These they came from those movies right there. From the Cheech and Chong.
Yeah. Yeah, even Richard Pryor had some like that. I remember.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, Rob. Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder movies are fucking hilarious. What's up with it, Yosef? Long time no hear, bro. Long time no hear. But yeah, Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder movies was just fun. Especially the one where Richard Pryor was playing as the blind dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Look, you know what I've been doing too, Rob, lately? I've been going back watching all those cartoons that they used to give us. Remember, like the old school Disney cartoons, like Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf? Big Bad Wolf, Big Bad Wolf.
Oh yeah.
Hey, homie,
Yeah.
you streaming so really well. I do see you streaming a lot, but still don't efficient and partner. Let's see, for you, I will share your stream and kick community and for you to hit 1,000 followers and earn. I don't know, bro. I don't know nothing. I'm not even lying, bro. Like y'all, I see y'all out there on Kick. I see y'all commenting. I see y'all still here on TikTok, which is beautiful. I thank you for even being here. We've been doing this for 6 years now, and we still here. We still here. So, you know, all I can say is I appreciate it. If you help out, you know, share the stream, like the stream, that's good enough. You feel me? We gonna still look, if we don't get as many as that, we still gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna still keep doing this. Cause it's just the beauty in it. Of just having conversations. Like we talk about psychedelics most of the time. But when we just like having just conversations about everything, bro, I think that be the most beautifulest thing. Is like I don't, you know, we just come in and we just chop it up. It's like, you know, like usually like friends. Like friends. And I appreciate
Yep,
you,
yep.
Rob, Kristen, Rance, and everybody else that's out there. I appreciate you, bro. I thank all of you because, like, without us, this channel wouldn't even be what it is. Without everybody that's here, it wouldn't even be what it UL. You feel me? It wouldn't be what it is.
It's it's our own version of Cheech and Chong or Friday or Half Baked. I saw somebody put Half Baked in the comments.
Yeah, half baked.
Uh,
Exactly. Half baked. No,
mhm.
a half baked. They need to. They did make a half baked too, basically, bro. If you didn't know, it was with what's his name from I forgot Nick Cannon's show, Wildin' Out. What's his name, bro? He got a song with T.I.'s son, DC Young Fly. DC Young Fly and Lil Yachty. They did a half baked too, bro. If you ain't seen it, you can't catch it.
Oh, I
It's out
missed
there.
that one.
Yeah, it's out there. A lot of people don't know because it was good, but it wasn't. You know, it wasn't it's not gonna be able to mess with Red Man and Method Man at all. I don't give a fuck how many how highs they make. If it ain't Red Man and Method Man and the way that one, bro, they'll never be able to do that again. They will not. But they did. They tried it. They tried, but it wasn't the same. Yeah, I saw. Oh, I saw that actually. It
Yeah.
didn't hit the same. No, it didn't. That shit is not the same. That first how high, man. Oh my God, it was like almost like okay, if they like okay when Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre did the Wash. It man, it was so it was like another epic movie. Like, but then when you even go watch The Wash in the '70s, where it had Richard Pryor and different other actors in it, bro, that shit was it. Like, I don't know, the one with Snoop Dogg and them didn't hit like that, but it did though. I don't know because that soundtrack was like the hardest fucking song. It was the hardest songs ever. That Wash soundtrack with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre was the bro. Right now, you can put that on and you can kind of just sit back and chill, and you can listen to every song on that just that soundtrack, and it's gonna be slapping. Wait, what are you cooking, Kristen? Cause I'm going. If it's 11 over here, it gotta
Crab
be
legs. Crab legs.
at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, you already know.
Man, what the hell? We can't even pull up on you.
He gets it
Look at that. We
in.
can't even pull up on you. We been pulled up already. Me, well,
And the dog
Rob.
is hey, my brother dog is waiting for a piece. He's greedy as
Bet he is. I said I can't even cook till I'm done with this. Till I'm done with this. It's kind of weird when you start kind of changing your diet and eating different foods, like eating foods that are more healthier, and you know, but everybody don't follow that. Like tonight,
Mm-hmm.
they had like they ate Frito boats, basically like chili chips type shit, and I'm like, well, that's too much sodium for me. I'm about to cut out all sugars and all that shit. I'm about to
Yeah,
just cut it
that's
Fritos.
all out.
that's probably a good idea. At least minimize it. At least squash it. Step on it.
Yeah, step on it. Step on it. And then
Cause
you know, when I think about it, Rob, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Like sometimes I be thinking, like, you know, I want to live to like 80, 90, and then I go, maybe I don't.
Make
yeah. Well, it gets I was listening to Joe Rogan's podcast earlier, and man, this country is man, it can get kind of dark. It can get kind of dark when you look at money and capitalism and everything.
Mostly.
They were talking about stuff I suspected was true, but it is true. Like, so you take a bowl of Fruit Loops in America and you take a bowl of Fruit Loops in Spain, and they're completely different on the list of ingredients.
Yeah.
Like we
Yeah.
put our companies here put so much bullshit in our average food, like chemicals that are banned and stuff.
Yeah.
And the reason I bring that up is like I brought it up before, but I gotta keep doing it. Cancer is a huge problem in this country.
Yeah.
Like 3 out of 4 of my grandparents had it, and the fourth one died in an earthquake when he was young. So it could have been 4 out of 4. And
That's
a lot of people can say the same thing.
exactly. Yeah, because that's my dad died of cancer, and like yeah, my grandfather, but on both sides. But it's like kind of weird to think about because they try to blame it on smoking, and then I seen. Did you see that one country where all the like they start smoking when they like 8 years old and shit?
Uh-uh.
Like I forgot what it was, but they start smoking when they like 8, bro. There's no cancer. And I'm going like, okay, it's got to be something else. Like, oh shit, bro, I went to the store today, to my store that I always go and I get my blunts from, and they had whippets. They had and he said, man, this is the big can. Over there they go for $21, but here they go for 17. And I'm just going, bro, like, do you know what you selling? Like, like, remember what, like 2 years ago, it seemed like when Justin was here and he was talking about, going out, in the UK and seeing whippet cans, empty cans everywhere. And it's like
Yeah.
you selling whippets, like that's what a lot of the kids is doing, and and it's like, no, they're for cakes and stuff. Like, nigga, come on now, them motherfuckers is not for cakes, and you know that. But you selling whippets, and it was kind of hard for me not to try to buy one. I wanted to. I said I should get one just to,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
hear about it so much. It's like
Hey, I got.
it's like let me go on and just try it and see what they seeing.
Bro, it was nothing crazy. It was nothing spectacular.
It wasn't like mushrooms or DMT or
No,
LSD or none of
no.
that.
Bliss, and then immediate headache, immediate heart. It was so instant and it was so quickly over. It was like nobody would ever do this. No normal person would do this again.
Yeah, that's the. Yeah, I ain't gonna try it. Thank you, Kristen.
Don't do it, bro.
I ain't gonna try
I
it
still
then.
got that can. I got a can of Duster in the house. I was huffing.
You sound like me going, I still got DMT and. But now UL said you get a higher risk of heart disease if you fast too much. They say now, doing a study over. No, but that's the thing, UL. That's the thing that the one thing that we know. For some people, this might work, but others, that over there is gonna work. So fasting just might not be for you. Some of these things that you might think just because it's good for them, and like somebody said, look, just because it's good for the goose don't mean it's good for the gander. Not like that, and that's just what it is. It might work for some, but it doesn't work for everybody. Like I heard everybody talking about sea moss, and like the sea moss it do this, but then when I start taking sea moss, it wasn't working for me. When I say it wasn't working, I didn't like the certain things that was happening. And I don't know if you had to go through these certain things in order to get to the other side or whatever, but I was like, nah, I don't like the way this shit make me feel. It make me feel like I'm gonna die. I'm on the verge of having a heart attack. Like, what the fuck? Like, let me stop taking this shit. I had to like, you feel me? Like, I just didn't like it, but it was like, dang, I think some things are good for everybody, but it's not good for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like even when you're doing your research, because we'll even try to help other people and say, hey, you need to do this. And it might not work for them though. It just that's just the way it is. Yeah, your cells have become adjusted to the environment, the way they update minerals and use the minerals and remove minerals different because of the environment. Your general, yeah, no, that is true. Like depending on your environment, and it's like kind of weird because your body will grow accustomed to certain things. Like I was saying, the one guy that was eating hot dogs, this nigga was eating hot dogs all the way until he was like 100 years old. And then they'll tell us no, pork is bad, but this he was just in love with hot dogs. That was his favorite food, and he ate that mostly mainly than anything. But it just
Human meat.
yeah. I don't know. Sometimes when I came down off mushrooms, bro, I just had to eat meat. I didn't want no vegetables or nothing. I wanted to fucking go out and damn near kill a cow or a pig.
Oh, wait a minute.
I wanted to run down on a gazelle like a lion did and just eat it alive from the ass up.
Yes.
You ain't never had
Yeah.
that feeling, Rob? Like you come down and you like, man, I can fucking kill a bear right now and eat it. Like I forgot. Like damn, I forgot all this shit is mine to eat. Whatever I want to taste. If I want to eat a raccoon, I'm gonna eat that motherfucker. A cat, a dog, yeah, all the dogs in the neighborhood be fucked off.
You know that's there's some feelings we fall out of touch with because we're so comfortable these days. Like, do you know how the hunger you're talking about? Do you know how common that used to be?
Yeah, no.
And these days we just don't reach that level.
Yeah.
We just don't. Like that level that you're talking about where like it's pretty rare these days where if you think about it where all your mind can think about is food. No matter what you're doing, what you got going on that day. For whatever reason you found yourself in a situation where you haven't eaten for 2 days or something like that. And it's like your brain completely changes you. And it's like, no, food is all I can focus on. It is all I can think about. I don't care what else is going on.
Yeah.
I have to have something. and the same way with water. I mean those kind of modes used to be very common in humans to reach that.
But
They are very
on a regular
common.
basis.
you want me to tell you
You can-
why? Oh, go ahead, Kristen. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You can have. No, you're good. I was gonna say, we still have those situations. Like you don't need to be in like a dire situation to be constantly thinking about food. That could just be what's on your mind. Like it's a mind disease. What do they call it?
Mind fuck.
An addiction.
Addiction. Yeah.
Cause like okay, so I'll go like I'm like the type of person I won't eat all day, Rob. I won't eat until nighttime.
Yep.
But the whole time that I'm up, I'll just be eating up every goddamn thing. Like the whole time for the time being I'm up at night. When I think, okay, yeah, I only eat at night, so I'm doing a good thing. But shit, at night, I'm fucking eating everything I see. Man, I'm telling you, I made a pork shoulder the other day. I roasted it. Man, I ate that whole goddamn thing by myself.
This man.
I didn't share none of it. I'm making pork tenderloin at night, and then like I cut a quarter of it off, and then end up going back to the refrigerator until I finish it off.
Hey, Rob, he
So
hid it in the bottom of the refrigerator in the drawer. In the
exactly,
bottom.
exactly. So nobody see it. But I'm just saying, like, if you even change your, you think you're changing your eating habits, but it's like, nah, now you just eating in between this time and this time. You eating the same amount you was eating. It's no different. It's no different. That should just make me laugh. But every time I come out of like I think when on shrooms, I think that's the part that get me is the fact of because being raised in Christianity, and you go, okay, well, when Noah came out the ark, that's when God told him, you can eat meat. This is what they say. I don't know if it's true.
What happened? I was about to say, is that what happened?
Yeah, no, I don't know if it's true, but all I know is once I come down, bro, all I'm thinking about is like I'm seeing myself as as something like a lion or something, and I can I can tackle a gazelle right now, eat that motherfucker, you like whole. Said, do you feel spring water better hydrates you? Also, those on plant-based diets now, do you have more energy? Hell no. Hell no. When you it's wild because when you start not eating sugar or start doing these things, you feel lack of. Like even like me smoking ganja every day. I don't smoke like I used to. Like I can't. I can't. I used to smoke all day. I smoked 10, 15, 20 blunts a day. And now I'm down to like one blunt a day. F that. F that. Some days I don't even smoke.
15 blunts a day? What?
Yeah, hell yeah. Like 10, 15 blunts a day. Easy.
I'm so glad you're not doing that anymore.
Because you're smoking every 30 minutes.
Well, to some credit, it's a lot stronger these days than it was.
Yeah, because a
back in
blunt
the day.
Oh,
3-4 days.
I ain't gonna lie, I get retarded high now depending on the weed. I was like, can I say that? Can I say retarded? Excuse me if I'm being disrespectful to anybody out there that's retarded. I mean, I ain't gonna say.
Jesus, you just keep going.
I apologize. I didn't mean to say it like that, but I'm just saying I do smoke
it's a good
myself.
thing.
Yeah. And it's like half a blunt though, and then I'll be retarded. Literally. Full on. Full blown.
Last time you're gonna see.
Full blown. Full blown to where I know the feeling. So when I went to work today, I didn't even smoke. But I felt like I smoked. And I felt like I was like on that level.
Yeah, I remember that was one of the things I didn't like. Even in my early days of smoking, like high school, I remember smoking so much late at night, and when I had to get up the next morning and get some shit done, I remember what I call it? I call it like the Doja hangover or something back then. It's like, man, I just feel slow.
Sluggish.
Yeah.
And I don't get, like it's wild because
physically, mentally.
Rob, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 3 years ago, if I smoked, bro, it kept me up. Like if I was driving far, like driving from California to Utah,
yep,
I can hit a blunt, and I'm telling you, bro, I'm gonna be woke the whole time. Like
I used to do the same thing, like. Because sometimes I would get sleepy on drives like that, but if I smoked, I knew I'd be good and I'd be alert.
Alert, good and alert. Now I don't know. It's like if I smoke and I go out in public, it's like everybody know I'm high. Now I don't know if they actually do, but this is what I feel like. It's like everybody know I'm high. How you know I'm high? You didn't even see me smoking. so 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 it's like I got to the point to where like damn, bro, I can't even smoke and do none of the things that I used to do when I used to be high. And like it make me think, like bro, god damn, bro, I was too much of a smoker. I was too much of a smoker. Like I remember dropping my kids off at their grandma's house, and their grandma go, they smell like weed, and it's like how? It's like I forgot that it gets on everything, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
constantly smoking, and like I don't, I think it's also like as you go, people say stuff, older people, I don't know, older people they say stuff, hey, all your shit smell like weed, maybe you need to slow down, you need to stop, that's not cool. I don't know if it's just that, I don't know
That's a
what it
fact.
is. Yeah,
No,
because they
that's
be on you.
Yeah.
because my nephew, I mean not my nephew, my cousin had gotten into trouble for going to school smelling like that, but it was because the car smelled like that
Yeah,
and his friend was smoking. Yeah, so the school thought that he was smoking and then suspended him.
and it wasn't even him, it was his damn
It
daddy.
wasn't even his parents.
Yep. Yep. I'm somebody I'm close to was
Mm-hmm.
perceived upon negatively in court,
Uh-oh.
even though they weren't smoking. Um, their sister was smoking, and so they smelled like it going into the courtroom, and they feel like that negatively affected them.
Oh
So yeah,
yeah.
perception is part of it. Um, but I do feel like it is different. It is stronger these days. Like, because my dad told me, he said, man,
Okay, okay, don't continue my
he
lie.
said the he said the shit y'all smoking these days, I don't even want it. He said I tried smoking a blunt of it, and that's not even getting high. That's going into paralysis. He said I ain't trying to get. He said I ain't trying to get paralyzed.
Hey, exactly. Cause I remember going to the casino with my uncle and I rolled one, and I had my window down a little, so usually the air goes straight out, but he had a Cadillac. All I don't know if y'all know, all black men got older. They got Cadillacs, and the
Yeah,
smoke was
that's a
going. Yeah, it was going from around and around, and it was hitting him. Boy, he was about to throw up on the way. It's like, man, you got to put that out. but no, I'm about to tap out, y'all, because yeah, they trying to violate me on TikTok. So if you on TikTok and you ain't if you ain't signed in on YouTube, you got to get on the YouTube platform, because I'm about to stop going live on TikTok, because they be always tripping about anything we say, and we just talking. I don't get it. I get it though. At the
yeah,
same
yeah.
time,
We didn't mean to say that. What we say that messed you up on TikTok?
no, when we just everything we fucking talking about. You can't do nothing on TikTok.
Yeah, brother. Nazi.
No,
TikTokers are not.
that's why when I went live the other day, like I just went on like, dang, I got the hiccups now. I went on Instagram and just YouTube. Well, not Instagram, but YouTube and Kick,
Hmm.
because I've been on Kick now too. Golly, I got the hiccups now. But yeah, I'm gonna tap out on the live.
All,
Later.
I'm
all
gonna
right,
tap
all
out, but
right.
I'm about to stay in Discord with y'all for a minute though.
Okay,
Yeah,
Y-
cool.
Yeah, so I
we'll
already
be
shared
here.
the Discord. Yeah, so everybody, if you want to come in, we gonna be in
I'm
the
in the
Discord.
Discord.
But peace
Bring
out,
it up.
YouTube, TikTok, Kick.